Alright, bros, I'm gonna teach y'all how to take a live recorded drum track and turn it into MIDI while also getting the velocity data, so you don't have to manually tweak them yourself. So your drum sample replacement will sound more human, more real, less machine gunny. This is a free alternative to using something like Melodyne or Slate Trigger or Drumagog to get this result. All you need is a beat slicer VST, like something that can take chops or time markers and convert them to MIDI. Then you need an audio editor with a noise gate function. Then you need a synth that can make sine waves, so just about literally any synth. Then you need a controller plugin that can control a parameter with another audio signal. And so for this video, I'm going to be using FL Studio, SliceX, Edition, Fruity Peak Controller, and 3x oscillator. Now I know this video is going to be super freaking long, so if you want to jump around through the video, I have put timestamps in the description. So now I'm going to play the live recorded track, then I'll play the easy drummer track, okay? Here's the live recorded track. Okay, now here is going to be the easy drummer, but I'm going to use the room tracks and the overheads, which has the cymbals and the ambience, you know. Alright, here we go. Okay, now here is easy drummer by itself for that little beginning piece. So as you can hear, it sounds a lot more human than just having them all in the same velocity. And like I said, didn't have to manually tweak these whatsoever. It's all automatic through this process that I'm going to show y'all. It's freaking sick. Alright, so without further ado, let's go do it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is import our drum tracks. Bada boom. And the second thing we're going to do is set the BPM to the BPM of the project or song that we're working on already. This is very important because when you make MIDI score, it doesn't stretch automatically with the tempo, okay? It's not just gonna resize. This is extremely important, okay? Or else you're just gonna waste your time and effort. So please set the BPM before you even get started. Now we are going to rename the drum parts if they are not named already. And then we are going to route them to their own tracks. Okay, now we are going to insert a 3x oscillator and we're going to clone it for however many drum parts we're going to be doing this for. And so since I'm just going to do the snare, tom 1, floor tom, and kick, we need 4, and then we're going to name 1 for each drum part. So snare, tom 1, floor tom, and kick. Okay, and now we're going to route them to their own mixer tracks for later. Okay, now we're going to insert a sampler, and this is going to be where we dump our score into from Edition. And we're going to clone it just like we did with the 3x oscillators, and we are going to rename them. So now we have a sampler and 3x oscillator for each drum track we are going to do. Okay, now we're going to make a new pattern for each drum track. Okay, so we got snare, we got tom 1, we got floor tom, and kick. Alright, now we have a new pattern. We have a pattern for each, so when we dump the MIDI, we can not get confused when we're lining them up when we use the ghost notes in the piano roll. Alright, now we're going to start gating our drum tracks. And the reason why we gate our drum tracks first before we put them into SliceX is because see all this noise right here, like these little cymbal hits or kick hits, whatever that is. Yeah, see it's kick and cymbal. That's gonna get triggered in SliceX when you go to do your markers, and it's just gonna be a hassle to delete all the markers and look at the waveform and all that. So you want to get rid of as much of this as possible. Now the way you do this is you double click and you right click on some bit of noise that isn't a snare, okay? And you right click that and you go to Tools, Acquire Noise Threshold. That's going to make this little green box. That means anything that's this volume or lower is going to get deleted whenever we go to Tools and go to Gate Noise. But we're not going to gate noise yet. First, we're going to press up arrow to deselect, and we're going to zoom in a little bit. Now you have to be mindful that some of these snares are lower in volume. Like see that snare right there. And this one right here. This is like the quietest snare in here. See this? Okay. You don't want that to be deleted. So you just want to scroll and see if any of your snares might get deleted. You can tell it's a snare because it's the loudest thing in here. You just want to scroll as long as you see that? As long as the waveform is outside of the green box, it's not going to get deleted. As long as none of these snares are going to get deleted. If you have one that's questionable, you might want to zoom in on it and then do the gate noise. So just to see if it actually gets deleted. So you press up arrow to deselect. So you're doing this on the whole waveform. You right click, you go to Tools, and you go to Gate Noise. Boom. All that stuff's deleted. And so you're going to notice probably that a couple little clicks like that are still there. What you want to do for these, do not just press delete. This is what happens when you press delete. It moves the whole waveform. You don't want to do that. You want to press shift delete, or right click it, go to edit, then go to clear. Okay, see there's a difference between delete and clear. Shift delete and just delete. You want to just clear it so it doesn't move the waveform and mess up the timing. So you just go through here, press shift delete, boom boom, oh, boom boom, shift delete, boom boom, shift delete. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, when you put in the SliceX later on, you'll see. We're going to go through this again anyway, so it doesn't matter. So just get it as good as possible. And there you go. Now you have a, where'd it go? Now you have a muted or gated drum track. And what you want to do is pull up the playlist and go back to your Edison and drag. Make sure you're not selecting anything. Press the up arrow, press stop, whatever, and just do that. Hold down and drag into the playlist, baby, and then drag it all the way to the end. So the reason we do that is it creates a new audio clip, and we're going to be playing all of our gated tracks together at the end to get the sine wave stuff. But so yeah, do that with every track, okay, and then rename that snare. Okay. All right, now that we have all of our gated tracks, I kind of organized a little bit, and I named them all gated. And then whatever, like say I have gated kick and gated snare because I was getting confused, and I renamed the samplers that we put in for the score data that we're gonna get vel kick, vel snare, short for velocity, just so you know what the hell you're looking at, because it's starting to get confusing. Anyway, so now that we have our gated tracks, we can put them in the SliceX and start getting some MIDI, bro. And so you go, we're on the snare pattern, so we're gonna go to the snare. Insert SliceX, then you take your gated snare, you drag it in to the SliceX, you rename slice snare. Alright, and now what this is going to do is automatically place markers. So we go to normalize just to make sure it catches all the peaks, then you press this marker icon, you go to auto slice. Now I usually pick medium auto slicing and just, you know, roll with it. But you can experiment with dull auto slicing and sharp auto slicing. It's just the different sensitivities to the peaks and stuff. Sometimes medium auto slicing just picks up way too much and you want to go dull auto slicing and vice versa. So I just do medium auto slicing. Then you just make sure that it put a marker on each drum that's actually a snare. and it didn't put a marker where something isn't a snare. So it's looking pretty good. Usually I'll play through it. So because what's going to happen is for every marker, it's going to place a MIDI note. Like it's going to place a MIDI note right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. So you want to make sure it doesn't just place them all over the place. So I just usually play it. Yeah, and so on and so forth. You just scroll through here. This is a pretty simple part, and it was gated really well. So yeah, you just make sure everything that it puts stuff on is an actual snare. Sometimes it'll catch some cymbals that you tried to gate out, but it wasn't perfect. So you just scroll through here and you just make sure, you know. But you know, the better job you do of gating, the less you actually have to mess with this sort of stuff. Yeah, so just make sure that all your markers are good. Like I said, this is a simple part, so didn't have to really do any editing. But say if, you know, it put the marker right here, or it actually put a marker, you know, say this is what you were dealing with, something like this. It has four snares, but it put up like a marker right here for whatever reason. You could delete that marker, click on it, right click, delete. There you go. And to place a marker, say if you're dealing with something like this where it only has a marker, boom, 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 but then it just missed the snare for whatever reason. Easiest way to do that is zoom in on it. I press page up and page down to zoom in. You double click, then you drag, and then you zoom in by using the page up button. You just get right on there, okay? Or however perfect you want it to be. And then you press the letter M for Monkey Man, and then you press enter. Boom, marker. That's the easiest way, instead of dragging them and trying to get it whatever. So now you have this. So then you go to the little marker button, or I'm sorry, the wrench button. Then you go to dump to piano roll. Pick flatten groove, because it's gonna happen if you press normal. It's gonna go like this, like that. That's what normal looks like, okay? You want it to be all one note. So you go to dump to piano roll, flatten groove. Bada boom, bada bing. And what it's going to look like is that, okay? And it's going to be on C5. See, this is B4, C5. Boom. That's your MIDI. Now, you could stop there, but we are perfectionists, and we want to get that velocity data. So we are about to do that. But just do that for, you know, go to the new pattern, go to Tom 1, do the same thing for Tom, insert a new SliceX so you don't overwrite what you just did, because you might want to go back and, you know, change some of the timings of the markers for whatever reason. Just make a new SliceX, name it Slice Tom 1, etc., and do that. Alright, so now we have all of our slice things. Alright, you can just mute those, okay? Mute the slice kick, mute the slice snare, mute the slice tom. We're not going to be using those for anything sound wise, okay? The next thing you're going to want to do is take all your gated tracks. So you have this gated kick. You want to route it to the same track as the kick track that you routed to earlier. So we have this gated snare, route that to 3. We have this gated tom, route that to 5. We have this gated floor tom, route that to 6. And that's all we need. So we have, get the kick in. You're gonna want to put a Fruity Peak controller, which is right here, Fruity Peak controller. This is where we're gonna use a sidechain, okay? It's not a compressor. Well, I guess it might be, but it's more like a controller, you know, just like it says. But I made a preset called drum replacement. Basically, it sets the bass volume to 0. The volume, it goes up all the way. The tension is at mid-level, and then the decay is like right here. And then you have this mute turned on, so the actual track isn't going to play. Now you put that on all of your other tracks. I swear, this is like the best tutorial ever. It's freaking beast. So yeah, you put all this, put that on your track right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright. And now you're gonna want to get your 3x oscillators and route the volume to the corresponding drum. So these are the dark purple, the 3x oscillators. Route this, right click, link to controller. Don't do this on the mixer, okay? We're doing this on the channel volume, not the mixer volume, okay? And that is because you need to be able to record this. If this is going up and down, it's not going to record. This has to go up and down for you to record however you want to record. So just right click, link to controller, and find the, see how it says Fruity Peak Controller Tom 1? Go to peak and LFO, accept, right click, link to controller. What is this, the kick? Yeah, the kick. See that says kick in, route that, right click, link to controller. Is this the snare? Yeah. Snare, boom. And this is the floor tom. Route that. Okay. So now we have our 3x oscillators all routed, and then we are going to make a new pattern called 3x OSC, and we're going to go into piano roll and make a beautiful C5 sine wave tone. And I don't know a faster way to do this. I just drag and drag and drag and drag and drag, and then I zoom out a little bit, and then I drag and drag and drag. You don't have to do it the whole song, because I'm gonna show you a trick. I usually do it like right here. Oh my goodness, I gotta zoom out again. You gotta let it go before you start zooming in. Okay, so you go right here and make the note end like at a weird spot, like right here or something, like halfway right there. See that? Because this does have an attack to it, and it'll pick it up in the recording. So just do that, do it like that. Right click, copy, paste, 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 boom, boom, boom. And now you want to make it last the entire song. See how this this kick is landing right here? If it was landing right here, it would be like a ding, ding, ding. It would interfere with it. You'll see what I mean if you ever try this out and you make that mistake, because it'll interfere with the velocity sound. So now what we have is when you play the song. Oh, might be. Yeah, so what just happened there was I forgot that the Fruity Peak controller that we have that's controlling the 3x oscillator volumes, it doesn't actually turn. You know how on the Peak controller volume, how we had the bass volume all the way to 0? It doesn't actually turn the volume down until it starts receiving information. And since this is the very first time that we played the song, it didn't have anything to go off of, so it wasn't actually engaged yet, and that's why they just all were at default volume, and it just went full blast. But now every time you play it, it'll be engaged, and by default their bass volume will be at 0. So now, all right, boom, epic, dude. See that? See that kick going? That's sick, dude. Look, you can see the I'll just do the snare. Okay. Do that. See that? See, now the idea is to make sure it can actually catch those transients, but if you do it too short, it's not going to be able to recognize it. So you just got to kind of find that balance. It's not going to be perfect, and I'm going to show you how to get around that. But yeah, all you want to do now, simple baby, just put that Edison on there, set record on play, and you could just drag this over here, which if y'all didn't know, y'all could do that in FL Studio. Left click, hold, drag that shit. You could do the same thing with mixer tracks. Mixer track settings. Like if I wanted to, I could right click, file, boom, but I'm not going to do that. So anyway, now you're going to just record it. So if I exit out all this stuff, I bring that up, and do like that. You have to start from the beginning or it's gonna be messed up. See that? It's recording, and it just doesn't say it. But see, it really was recording. That's like a glitch. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I had it recording before. I don't know. But yeah, so you just want to go through this song and record it. I'm gonna set all my recordings back on. And you just let the song play. And then I'll show you what to do with it after you let the song play. Alright, so I just got done recording. This is just a snare drum. Check this out, dude. This is sine waves. See that, dude? That's sine waves, bro. Sine waves. So anyway, you go to your snare, you select this, make sure that's selected, and then you right click, tools, converts to score, and dump to piano roll. Boom, bro. Boom. Boom, bro. Freaking sick, dude. Okay, so yeah, you just do that for each drum. So you go to Tom 1, get your Tom 1 Edison up, you select the Vel Tom 1, you what did I do there? Then you right click, tools, convert, score, dump to piano roll. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So anyway, you go to tools, convert, blah blah blah. That recorded a little hot actually. Oh well. But anyway. Oh, by the way, if you don't have these little gray thingies, which is very important to what we're doing, go to the piano roll. Any of them, doesn't matter. Then you go to helpers, and then you go to ghost channels. See that? Click ghost channels. Bada bing. I haven't messed with the editable ghosts before, but I don't use that. I've never used it. Just go to ghost channels, and that'll allow you to see the dang on ghosts. Yeah, I don't think any of these are really important to what we're doing, but that's my settings. Okay. So then you go right here, go to tools. This is in the velocity area, the piano roll. Go to tools, go to scale levels, press reset, and then you scale it up just to where the average kick is like at whatever this baseline is. It's like 77 in piano roll. You just do that. I mean, on the heavier side is probably better, you know. You can just mess around with that. Just don't mess with the offset, don't mess with the center, don't mess with the tension, just mess with the multiply. And you do that with every thing. Tools, scale levels. Yeah, and that actually worked out pretty damn well. Yeah, so you know, just you could mess with that however you would like, my brother. And so now we have our scaled levels, and now what we're gonna do is for each one of these is go in. I guess we'll just do the kick first, and you'll go into your SliceX, okay, and you'll Control A, Control, hold down Control after you select everything, up arrow, and then Shift down. This will make the ghost notes for this SliceX under here, and that's what we need, bro. Alright, then we go to edit. This is important. Discard lengths. This is going to make every note as short as possible. This is important. Alright, then you go to velocity kick. Zoom in. Go to snap. This is important. Events. Alright. Now, you're going to notice that some of these notes are a little bit off time. And that is because it was from a side chain. A side chain has a slight delay. Alright? It's like more of like a fade in, a quick fade in. So, because we have our snap to events, literally all you need to do is click on it. Don't drag, just click. Alright? See that? If it's more than a little off, you'd have to drag. But odds are you're just gonna have to click on it, okay? Just click, go scroll around here, click on each one. See that? It just moved? Click. See, that's a little bit more off. You drag it. When it turns purple, it's right on time. And that's why we needed that SliceX. What the hell? My FL Studio just froze. That's why we needed that SliceX MIDI. Alright? See this? It's if you zoom all the way in, it's not going to show purple. Just zoom all the way in, then zoom out once. And if the note spans 2 notes, it's not going to really work right. So just do that. Boom. Bruh. Freaking sick. You could also look at these little markers. But yeah, you just go around here. See, it only recorded 1 kick drum because sometimes it doesn't catch those fast transients. And you're just gonna have to maybe look at the audio file to replicate this. Yeah, so right now I'm editing the floor tom, and it's giving me this. There's 4 toms, but the sine wave only registered 1, and this is because of the peak controller settings, how we have them. I mean, it's the same for each one, but it's because, you know, the decay might have been too slow, so the sound didn't dip down fast enough for it to actually even register a different transient. And so all I did for that is I made that one align with that, and I made that one align with that just by clicking on it, and then I added these 2 notes right here. Now, as you can tell, they're the same velocity because I'm just copying this note, but if you look, it's this floor tom roll right here, and so you could just say strong, soft, medium, soft, or softer, strong, medium, or strong, soft, medium, then softer, you know. So you go strong, soft, medium, then softer, you know, just do it like that. Same thing with kicks and all that. So yeah, but for the most part, see that? I was zoomed in too much, so it didn't show purple. You know, so yeah, just do this for every drum track, and then once you do all that, I'll show you the next step. Alright, so I'm done editing all the velocity tracks to be time aligned with that. I also had to go in again and you know, reference the audio track to get some kick information because it missed out on a couple transients, but it's all good. So now that's my kick. So if you want to use this for Easy Drummer, you could just insert Easy Drummer. Then you pull that up, and what I would do is, there's a problem when you just copy paste this stuff, because, you know, as you can see, it doesn't start from the very beginning. If you just copy and paste this, it's not going to start at the right time. So you need to kind of here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this Easy Drummer, copy and paste it to each of these patterns, and we're just gonna go down the line until we get them all. So we can start from the snare. Okay, so we can just copy and paste that. So now this snare should be absolutely spot on, which it is. So you can, bada boom, see that? All right, now we could put that down. My snare on Easy Drummer is D#3. What the hell am I doing, bro? Alright, D#3. See that? Alright, now we can cut this, go to Tom 1, paste that. Now we go into Tom 1's piano roll, Control A, Control C, go in here, Control V. Alright, now you see, it starts from the very beginning when it needs to be up here. Take this, you do that, zoom in, make sure it's like that. Now you press Control, you hold Control, and now my rack tom 1 is on B3. So you press Control, then you press down, that'll take it down an octave, then you can press Shift, down, down. Okay, Shift goes down by 1 note at a time, Control goes down by octaves. Now I have the tom 1 in the snare, so you cut that. Go over here to the floor tom, paste that back in. Go to floor tom's piano roll, Control A, Control C. Then you go into Easy Drummer piano roll, Control V. Now you make this match up. Alright, it matches up. Now, my floor tom is F3. So you go control, down, 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 go up, 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 up with shift. Now we got the floor tom, baby. Now we got the kick. Paste, bada bing, control A, control C. Keep in mind, we're doing the velocity, not the SliceX. There we go, control V. Where's the kick at? Okay, so there's a kick. All this is just utilizing ghost notes because we're beast, alright? Now, control down, down, down. My kick is on C3 for easy drummer. Okay, so yeah, now we can cut that. We can make a new pattern called easy drummer and paste. Alright, I'm gonna save this so I don't lose this. So yeah, bada bing, baby. Let's play that. Whew. Ooh, ooh. Alright, bada bing. It be going. I guess I'll just put the overheads on so we could jam out to the end result. Overhead left, overhead right, room left, room right, easy drummer, mute that. Pan this left, pan this right, pan this left, pan this right. Alright, let's hit it. Now the best part about this is you could change the kit, you know? Yeah, y'all get the point, baby. It's freaking sick. Alright, well, this is like an hour-long video, but it's worth it. But yeah, this is hopefully pretty helpful for y'all. I know it's long, but you know, take a day, learn this process, become a beast. Alright, peace out, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.